Now, there were talks in the NBA, at least rumors. I don't know how realistic this would ever be, but executives have been talking about possibly having NBA games being played outside. What do you think
I
about the
did hear
future
something.
of the NBA and basketball? And could you see real, actual games in the NBA that count being played outside?
I don't. I'm not a fan of it. Me as honestly, me as a player, it would have to be some type of outside though. Because I'm
I
thinking
mean,
like rim
imagine being in a
catchers,
basketball court. You
range.
got you got you got the Statue of Liberty in the background, or the Grand Canyon, in the background. Like you got some of these
Right, right.
monumental landmarks playing in the background. I think that'd be a dope look as far as a visual. But how the hell is the game going
Yeah,
to be played, and how are you going to, secure as
yeah.
far as security?
That's a whole different thing.
Now, are there any advantages of playing outside for the NBA? Like I was trying to think, like, yo, how is that a plus for them other than a dope look?
Yeah, as far as the game itself, I don't see any positives. Quite honestly,
Yeah, I don't either, because you got weather being a factor.
yeah, definitely. That's the main factor.
Yeah, I don't know why they even came up with this discussion, this conversation, but it was something they brought up, and I'm sitting there like, are you serious? But I'm looking at it from
Yeah,
the visuals, and you trying to market something. I'm like, yo, that'd be fire, but the NBA.
man. I mean, you could do man if you want to do All Star Weekend outside, that's fine. You feel
Okay,
me? But
okay.
not like feel me, not regular season, not playoffs, none of that.
So
I think they saw. Don't you know that that game that the high schoolers play on like the aircraft or whatever?
yes,
Yeah, that's probably what they got. Oh man, that looks nice. We should try that. We should bring that to the professionals. That's probably what they got the idea.
I like the All Star Weekend, maybe the All Star Game. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah, that'd
think
be
that.
fun.
I think it would be dope, but I don't think the
Hmm.
superstars LeBron, KD, Kawhi, Giannis. I don't think them guys is going to play on the blacktop. I don't think that they would play outside. It'd be
Mm,
dope to see something like that happen. I think that would be fire, or possibly the summer league if they was to run some games outside. But those guys are
yeah,
developing, so you don't want to take no chances of injuries and
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. Yeah, it's a tough one, man. But I do like the idea a little bit. I'm not going to shut it down, but I just don't understand it. Former NBA player Javele McGee. I don't know if you in the loop with this, but former NBA player Javele McGee, three-time champion. He did an interview the other day, and he was talking about how him being put on Shaq and a Fool so much on Shaquille O'Neal's segment of the show really
Mm,
down spiraled his career. He said like every time he would go to a team, he would have coaches and players mid-season saying, damn, Javale, we looked at you in these little highlights from the Shaq and the Fool, and we thought you was one person, and you really a smart player. You're a smart guy. And he said that, the way Shaq had carried him on that show really hurt his career, even though he was a champion. What's your thoughts about that? And do you think Shaquille O'Neal over the years have been too hard on Javale with the highlights?
Um, I can see where that's yeah, that's probably a possibility. Because when you see, I mean, while they are comical, some of the plays that you've seen him do over the years, JaVale's not a bad player.
Not at all.
So, I mean, I feel like that stigma, that because I'm sure that stigma, like he said, carried around with him. It could have, gotten maybe less of anything, whether it's less playing time, whether it's less money on the contract, whether it's less, anything, less respect from his teammates.
And that was the thing. Like I understand that, from a money perspective, he's not a max player, so he's not going to get big dollars. But when he was saying like how
Mm,
coaches and trainers and teammates, every stop that he went throughout his 13-year career, everywhere he went, they would approach him, throughout middle of the year, end of the year, be like, man, you really a smart guy, smart player. We, saw you
mm,
on Shaq and the Fool so much, and that's how we depicted it. Like that really could
right,
destroy someone's character. Who
right.
knows with this dude, how many opportunities, Javale could have lost, commercials, advertisements, all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, like you said, Shooter, this is not nothing made up. by Shaquille O'Neal. These were plays that Javale made or lack of didn't make. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
all facts. So how mad can
like
you be at Shaq or TNT? Because Shaq ain't putting no compilations of clips together. This is TNT, thing, the NBA thing for real. Shaq is just the
yeah,
face of it.
yeah, he is. Yeah.
But that
I
shit is
mean,
crazy.
yeah, it's only so much blame you can put on Shaq. I mean, obviously, it puts a brighter spotlight on it, but at the end of the day, it's nothing that he's not making anything up about, like what we saw.